As we move into the later stages of life, many older adults find themselves living alone, either by choice or by circumstance. It's a time filled with peace and quiet, but also a time where challenges may arise. While living alone offers independence, it also requires more attention to our health, safety, and overall well-being. Being aware of what to avoid when living alone can help us maintain a high quality of life. In the twilight of our years, the silence speaks, yet calms our fears. Alone, but not without a friend, a life well lived until the end. Living alone doesn't mean isolation, but rather a deep understanding of oneself and a greater need for caution. Here are 9 things you should avoid when living alone as an older person, based on shared experiences from forums and real-life examples from people just like you. 1. Neglecting your health. As we age, taking care of our health becomes more critical than ever. Unfortunately, many older adults living alone often neglect their well-being, whether it's skipping doctor appointments, ignoring symptoms, or forgetting to take medications. This can lead to serious health problems that could have been avoided. Consider the case of Judith, a 72-year-old widow. Judith had been feeling knee pain for months, but thought it would go away on its own. She kept putting off visiting the doctor, thinking it was just a sign of aging. One day, while shopping, she felt a sharp pain and collapsed. After an emergency visit to the hospital, she learned that she had torn cartilage, a condition that could have been treated earlier with minor therapy. Instead, she had to undergo a full knee replacement surgery. Regular checkups and paying attention to your body's signals can prevent small health issues from turning into major ones. Set reminders for doctor visits, take your medications as prescribed, and don't hesitate to ask for help if you're feeling unwell. 2. Isolating yourself from others. One of the biggest challenges of living alone is the risk of social isolation. While solitude can be refreshing, excessive time spent alone can lead to feelings of loneliness, depression, and a decline in both mental and physical health. Bill, an 80-year-old veteran, found himself isolated after his wife passed away. He stopped attending his local veterans group meetings and began to decline invitations to family gatherings, thinking he didn't want to burden anyone. Over time, Bill's health deteriorated, and his family noticed he was becoming forgetful and less active. His daughter encouraged him to get back into his community, and slowly, he started attending social events again, which brought a positive change in his mood and energy. Stay connected to friends, family, or community groups. Schedule weekly phone calls or video chats with loved ones. Join a local senior center, or take part in community activities. Socializing is vital for mental health and can reduce feelings of loneliness. 3. Ignoring home maintenance. Living alone often means taking on all the responsibilities of maintaining your home. This can range from small repairs to keeping up with regular maintenance tasks, like cleaning gutters or checking smoke detectors. Ignoring these tasks can lead to bigger problems down the line, both in terms of safety and finances. Take the story of Susan, a retired school teacher who shared her experience on a senior forum. For months, Susan noticed a small leak in her roof, but thought it wasn't worth fixing right away. "It's just a drip," she told herself. Months later, after a heavy rainstorm, that small leak turned into a gaping hole in her ceiling, resulting in a flood that damaged her entire living room. The repairs ended up costing her thousands of dollars, money that she could have saved by addressing the leak sooner. Create a checklist for regular home maintenance and tackle small repairs before they escalate into costly problems. Consider hiring someone to assist with tasks that may be too physically demanding. 4. Skipping meals or eating poorly. When living alone, it's easy to fall into bad eating habits. Skipping meals or relying on convenience foods can negatively affect your health over time, leading to issues like malnutrition, weight loss, or weight gain. Gloria, a 78-year-old widow, shared her struggle with meal preparation after her husband passed away. "It felt pointless to cook a full meal just for myself," she said. Over time, she began skipping meals altogether, often just snacking on crackers or cookies throughout the day. Eventually, Gloria noticed her energy levels plummeting and found herself constantly fatigued. A visit to the doctor revealed that she was severely undernourished, lacking essential vitamins and minerals. Plan your meals ahead of time and make an effort to eat balanced, nutritious food. If cooking for one feels overwhelming, consider batch cooking or freezing portions. You can also look into meal delivery services that cater specifically to older adults. 5. Not keeping emergency contacts readily available. Emergencies can happen at any moment, and when living alone, it's crucial to have a system in place for quick help. This can mean having a list of emergency contacts easily accessible or using technology such as emergency alert systems. Henry, a retired construction worker, had a close call one summer while tending to his garden. He slipped on a patch of wet grass and broke his ankle. Unfortunately, he had left his phone inside, and it took him nearly 45 minutes to crawl back to the house to call his son for help. "That was the scariest moment of my life," Henry shared on an online forum. "I couldn't move, and all I could think about was how no one knew I was out there." Always have a phone or emergency alert device within arm's reach, especially when doing activities that may pose a physical risk. It's also a good idea to share your daily routine with a neighbor or family member so that someone can check in on you regularly. 6. Overloading yourself with responsibilities. One of the benefits of living alone is independence, but that can also mean taking on too much. Tasks like grocery shopping, cleaning, and maintaining your home can become overwhelming as we age. Carl, a 75-year-old retiree, prided himself on being self-sufficient. However, over the years, he started to feel the strain of doing it all himself. "I didn't want to admit that I needed help," Carl said, recalling how he insisted on cleaning his gutters every fall despite his children's offer to help. One day, while on the ladder, Carl slipped and fell, breaking his wrist. It was a hard lesson that he couldn't do everything on his own anymore. Don't hesitate to ask for help, whether it's hiring someone to assist with cleaning or accepting help from family members. It's important to recognize your limitations and avoid overloading yourself with too many responsibilities. 7. Leaving doors unlocked or windows open. Safety should always be a priority when living alone. As comforting as it may feel to leave the windows open for fresh air or the doors unlocked in a familiar neighborhood, doing so can increase your risk of theft or harm. Mary, a retired nurse living in a quiet suburb, learned this the hard way. One summer evening, she left her kitchen window open for a breeze while she went to bed. In the middle of the night, an intruder entered her home and stole several valuable items while she slept. "I always thought our neighborhood was safe," Mary said. "Now I never go to bed without checking that every window and door is locked." Always lock your doors and windows, even if you live in a safe area. Consider installing a home security system or motion-activated lights around your property for added peace of mind. 8. Failing to stay physically active. When you live alone, it's easy to fall into a sedentary lifestyle, especially if you don't have someone to encourage you to stay active. However, regular physical activity is crucial for maintaining strength, balance, and overall health as we age. Robert, a widower in his 70s, admitted that after his wife passed away, he stopped exercising altogether. He spent most of his days watching TV, rarely leaving the house except for groceries. "I didn't see the point anymore," Robert shared. Over time, he noticed that he was losing muscle mass, becoming more fatigued, and struggling with tasks that used to be easy. It wasn't until his daughter got him a dog that he began walking again, and slowly his health improved. Find an activity that you enjoy, whether it's walking, swimming, or yoga. Even small amounts of exercise can significantly impact your overall well-being. If you struggle with motivation, consider joining a senior fitness class or finding a workout buddy. 9. Overlooking financial management. Living alone also means managing your finances independently, which can become more challenging as you age. Bills, taxes, and other expenses can become overwhelming if you're not careful. Grace, an 82-year-old retiree, found herself in financial trouble after accidentally paying her electricity bill twice for several months. "I just didn't notice," Grace shared. "The statements were so confusing, and I wasn't paying attention." By the time she realized the mistake, she had lost hundreds of dollars that could have been used for other necessities. Set up a clear system for managing your finances. You can use automatic bill payments, track expenses in a notebook, or even ask a trusted family member to help oversee your finances. Staying on top of your money will reduce stress and ensure you have enough for both needs and pleasures. Living alone as an older adult can be a wonderful experience, filled with the joys of independence, peace, and quiet. However, it's important to be mindful of the unique challenges that come with solo living. By avoiding these common pitfalls, whether it's neglecting your health, isolating yourself, or overlooking safety precautions, you can ensure that your later years are filled with health, happiness, and security. Remember, living alone doesn't mean you're truly on your own. Staying connected with friends, family, and your community, along with taking care of yourself and your home, will allow you to enjoy the best of what this phase of life has to offer. You've earned the peace that comes with living on your own terms, so embrace it wisely.